It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com from LA Guns. Tales from the Strip, that is the Gypsy Soul. And this is your Gypsy Soul of the Classic Metal Show, coming right at you with my partner, my soulmate in the Classic Metal Show world, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Happy to be here.
Are you? Are you over your sickness?
Happy to be here.
I take that as a no.
It has been a long 3 days.
Yeah.
I just had this fucking migraine. It will not go away.
What do you think it's from? Lack of beer?
Brain cancer.
Is that what it is?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't had any beer, though. I can't even think about drinking tonight. Fuck that. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I thought it was maybe like food poisoning or something earlier in the week. I ate some fish and then got really sick. But it just hasn't gone away. So
what was her name?
Not this week, sir. None of that either.
Wow. No beer, no puss.
No beer, no pussy. What a fucking boring week this was.
Wow. And then you had a fever on top of that.
Yeah. On Wednesday, I had a fever. Has not been a fun week, to say the least. But
a fever, a migraine, no beer, no puss.
Yeah.
Did you have anything good at all?
I made money.
Well, that's good.
I put several $1,000s in the bank account this week.
Several thousand. That's always good.
Several thousand. No. Like those weeks.
Nice.
But yeah, there's nothing worse than going into a business meeting with a migraine and then dealing with like an 80-year-old guy that talks really slow. Oof. Well, that was a tough meeting.
Right. All right. Well, I guess it hasn't. Aside from the making of the money, I guess it hasn't been too big of a triumphant week for you.
No, not really. All I did was work and I slept a lot.
Right.
Which I guess I need because I don't usually. But whatever. I'm not here to complain. I'm here to have some fun tonight. We got a lot of cool guests tonight, so fuck it. Let's make this fun.
Yeah, we do have a lot of guests tonight. We are loaded up with guests. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know if it's the popularity of the show or it just so happens that we're just in the loop or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But tonight, an interview that we were told we wouldn't get anymore because we've been bad.
Mm-hmm.
George Lynch.
Yeah.
Is a return guest on the show. This is probably about his 6th or 7th time on the show.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be here. He's never coming again.
Yeah, just like the guys from Warrant will never come on the show again.
Oh, there's been a big Warrant battle on the Facebook today, actually.
Oh, you'll have to cover that because I have not followed anything like that. I don't know anything about it.
Stupid Jennifer needs attention, so she went all fucking Facebook today.
Oh, she did? Okay, well, good. That'll be good. And then Stacy Blades, formerly of LA Guns, I guess he wanted to come on the show. I guess he found one of our old posts from about 2 years ago when he left LA Guns.
Yeah, his I've been deleting off of the Spreaker stuff that's 2 years old. But back 2 years ago, Spreaker didn't automatically create YouTube pages. So I create the YouTube pages from it before I delete it so that it's still there if fans want to hear it. So it's still somewhere if they want to hear it.
Right.
And one of them from 2 years ago was Stacy leaving LA Guns.
And we were speculating at that time, if I recall, that the reason of his departure was we were thinking that perhaps Tracy was going to return to the band or something.
Right, and that didn't materialize at all.
No, but we were surprised to hear that Stacy was leaving because he'd been with them for 10 years, and
right.
He seemed like a really good fit, and they seemed like they were getting along just fine. But you never know what goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
So apparently he saw your post and reached out to you.
He did. He reached out and said, "Hey, I'd like to rebut that." And I was like, "Okay."
Well, I like Stacy. I know him personally.
Okay.
And I've never had him on the show.
Yeah.
But he has worn the CMS shirt on tour with LA Guns.
Nice.
There's a few pictures of him floating around out there wearing the shirt.
Okay.
Which I think is cool. So he goes, "Dude, I love this shirt."
Oh, that's good.
I've run into Stacy on numerous occasions over the years because, as you know, I'm a I'm a big LA Guns fan. I love LA Guns. I mean, they're one of my more fun bands because they're always upbeat and they're just fun, and it's just, you know, kind of carefree rock.
Right. No, I'm a fan too. I really do like them.
You know, so I've known Steve and Phil for a lot of years, and you know, as the CMS history goes, I did a meet and greet thing for them.
Sure.
When they reformed the original lineup back in '98.
Right.
And you know, I sponsored that whole thing out of my own pocket, and those guys were very endearing toward me, and they've always been great to me. And anytime you want to come out and see the show, dude, just call us up. You know, I'd love to have you.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a few years since I've seen LA Guns. I know they've been through the Chicagoland area, you know, numerous times over the last three years or so, and I have yet to get out there to see them, you know.
Well, it's because Stacy left the band.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
It is.
But anyway, as well as George Lynch and Stacy Blades, we've got Alex Skolnick along with Dave Elvison, Mike Portnoy.
Right.
And they got a new kind of project.
Yeah, they're playing some gigs in like a metal all-star project called Metal Allegiance.
All right.
And you know, middle of the week they reached out and said, "Hey, can we come on to promote it?" And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think they might all have something to talk about.
Yeah, I tweeted today that these guys were going to be on the show, and Mike Portnoy actually retweeted me.
Oh, look at you.
He retweeted.
You're in the mix, pal.
I got a retweet. And then last but not least, out of the blue, Thursday,
yeah,
I got a call around 4:00.
Okay.
Eric Braverman just calling.
Right.
Out of the blue.
Okay.
Didn't want anything, didn't have anything going on. He just was saying, dude, it's getting near the end of the year. I'm going through all my list of people that I appreciate. I just wanted to reach out and say I appreciate you and Chris and what you guys do and how cool you are and how funny you are and, you know, how unselfish you are and that you're just about the fun and the metal and, you know, you've been good to me and blah, 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 you know. And he goes, I'm just like, well, hey, I appreciate the thought, you know. And he goes, yeah, anytime you want me to come on, you know, I'd be glad to come on. We'll just shoot the shit and do what we do. And I'm just like, anytime you want. He goes, well, how about Saturday?
All right, that's a good time.
I said, all right. I said, you're more than welcome to come on anytime. Well, yeah, okay, just call me up Saturday. Let's do this thing.
Yeah. Must have been in the wind because I had that call too, but from Don Dockin this week.
Is that right?
Yeah, I got the same thing. Don reached out. You know, him and I were talking about some other shit, some web stuff.
Yeah.
And out of the blue, he's like, yeah, I think I want to come back on the show. And I was like, okay, do you have something you want to promote? No, just want to come out and hang. I was like, all right, how about the 20th?
All right.
He was like, yeah, perfect.
So he just like, I just want to come on and hang out with you guys.
Right. We're the we're the Starbucks of internet radio, I guess.
Apparently. You know, that's all right. You can come on and hang. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, we're glad to have them all, because then I don't have to do fucking crappy interviews at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
Sure.
Great.
Well, that's interesting. So, all right, cool. But that's what's going on guest-wise on the show tonight.
Yeah, should be good fun tonight.
Sure.
Lot of interviews, which meant I didn't have to do any topic stuff tonight.
Right. And there are a few things that I'm bringing to the table. Of course, there was some discussion of the Classic Metal Show on Surprise, Surprise on Talking Metal.
Really?
Yes.
Now that's a shocker.
So I have some Talking Metal audio this evening where the discussion was the Classic Metal Show and more specifically you, I think.
You're not going to beat up my new best friend, Mark Strigl.
No, not at all. I'm just going to regurgitate what was put out there and just analyze it a little bit. But, you know.
Let's just be honest. I can't have opinions from the clueless affecting my friendships.
Well, that is true. That is true. I would not want to soil or taint one of your, accomplishments in the metal world.
Thank you. I've made it to Talking Metal.
Right.
So that's an accomplishment.
It is. So, we're going to talk about that a little bit.
All right.
Then, believe it or not, our good friend Bob Leather has checked in.
Bob Leather,
Bob Leather,
a.k.a.
Tommy Crash.
Crash.
But he addresses himself as Bob Leather.
What is with the Bob Leather?
Well, that's his Filth Radio persona.
Yeah, but he's always been Tommy Crash on this show.
I know, but he calls in as Bob Leather on this phone call.
I wonder if the Brittany Fox guys just don't want him to be fucking doing anything related to that.
I don't know. I just think it's funny, but he definitely leaves us a very Bob Leather like phone message.
All right, good.
Which I think you're gonna really enjoy.
Why didn't I hear this?
I don't know why, but
I usually get those. All right,
but I got a good laugh out of it, so I know you're gonna enjoy it.
All right, perfect.
So Bob Leather of Filth Radio has left us a voicemail.
Okay.
So we'll get into that a little bit. Then, we've crossed the threshold on Spreaker of over 500,000 downloads.
Wow.
I know. As of Sunday afternoon at like 12 o'clock.
I know, and you were sitting by your computer just refreshing.
I was. I absolutely was. And I was afraid I was going to miss it because it was jumping by 2 and 3, downloads every other second.
Right.
And so I just kept refreshing the page, hopefully hitting right on the 500,000 mark, and I did it.
Right.
So, we got that screenshot of the 500,000.
All right, so now we're halfway to success.
Yes. But that's just on the Spreaker, though.
I know. the downloads are absolutely retarded.
Yeah.
I don't get how we get so many, but I'm thankful every day.
Yeah, I am too, and I usually go back and listen to at least all the segments at least once.
Okay.
This week I did not get to do that.
All right.
But I spoke to you briefly about this the other morning. That what surprised me is how funny the Ferguson coverage.
Well, it is a comical topic.
Well, in my mind, without hearing it a second time.
Yeah.
I thought it was all serious, cerebral, just analytical.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think of it as being very comical at all.
Sure.
And you and I got some really funny lines off in that.
Look at us. We're hysterical.
So I actually got a good laugh at our own expense.
Nice. That's good.
So, and that one, surprisingly enough, only because I know it's a hot topic in the news, but that one's only almost over 1,000 downloads this week.
That's cool. Well, maybe we can really bust a gut and talk about that Garner dude that got whacked.
we could talk about that because our good friend, let me pull up the email here. Since we've been so hot on these topics.
Yeah.
Our good friend Rich DeLeese has been sending me all kinds of stuff.
All right.
So he's got his finger on the pulse of what's going on out there in the social justice portion of our community.
Oh, right.
And
That's good.
He's been sending me all kinds of links and things this week, which I appreciate. So thanks, Rich.
Now, let me just ask you, because I've been getting tons of links as well, because everybody wants us to address everything.
Now, before you say this,
okay, go ahead.
Why is it important that people want to hear our take on this?
Beats me. I don't know, but they do.
Apparently, they do.
I think they want to hear their topic. They want to hear what we think about something that's important to them.
I guess. Okay, that's cool, and I appreciate that.
But every single thing that I get is heavily skewed to hate the black man.
Well,
every link I get is white guy killed with hammers by 6 black men, or black cop shoots white guy, or
yeah.
Every single thing I'm getting,
sure,
is like, because I guess society is doing it the other way right now.
Well, the media is doing it.
Yeah, the media is crying the blues about fucking every black injustice known to man that's happening right now.
Right.
So our fans are obviously racist if you go to this chat room.
Yeah, sure.
And every single post I get is fucking some white guy injustice.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I just laugh at it.
Well, I mean, it is funny, and it is funny that the mainstream media does not pick up on that.
Yeah.
And if somebody dares to pick up on that, all of a sudden it's just like, you're missing the whole issue, dude. This isn't about that, So
right.
yeah, but I appreciate everybody who keeps me informed anyway.
Sure.
As to what's going on out there, because I'm a working guy like the rest of you, and I can't stay on top of this stuff
Right.
all week long. So anybody who wants to help me out and throw me a link and hey, check this out, as well as Chris.
Yeah, because I've got Criminal Minds reruns to watch, so I can't be staying up on the news.
Right. So anyway, so we'll cover a little bit of that tonight. And
all right.
Let me see here. What else? I got a tweet.
You were going to read an email from Rich DeLeese.
No, I just wanted to make sure that because he and his brother listened to the show.
Oh yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure these were all just from Rich.
Okay.
Because they both listen to this show and they both submit stuff.
Right.
So we did get